This is a dust storm in the Australian outback. It's windy and it's dusty, and we're not going outside. We are leaving Roxby Downs and heading up the road towards the Olympic Dam mine site. We'll turn off just before we get there onto the Borefield track, which will take us across to the Eyre track, and then we'll go down to Eyre. So it won't be too long. We've got about I think about 30k before we'll pull off onto the dirt. Then we'll stop and seal the dust hatches and let the tyres down and all of that good stuff, and then we'll be in the outback properly for at least a week. Yeah, it was not. You're not showing price either. No. There's the Pizza Hut.
Yep. And we stop here and take a photo.
And air the tyres down. I think you'll be able to get a photo of the road and everything, restrictions from there. Okay, we have let our tyres down to 30 all the way around, them being slightly warm, so that should take the shock out of the roads. And just to show us how rough it is, a little car's just gone past. Away we go.
Well, that little car's thought better of it, I think.
It's smoky. It seemed quite rough last night.
Yeah.
But then again, I ended up...
Well, right out into the Eyre recovery seemed pretty rough, actually. Oh, well.
We're on the Borefield track, and we've stopped at the entrance to the arid recovery area, and this is the gate to their their main gate to the arid recovery area, with a monument to the Kokata people, who are the traditional owners of this particular land. There's a little representation here of the different animals that they look after. The bitong, the greater stick-nest rat, burrowing bitong it's called, the greater bilby, and the western barred bandicoot. They have particular areas set aside for each of those particular animals in the arid recovery reserve, and much of their work has been quite successful so far. When we were talking to the guide last night, he was telling us that they've actually got a problem with too many of the grass-eating bitongs, and therefore they're trying to figure out what strategies they can use to get them released back into the wild. They can't. What the comparative radioactivity of yellow cake versus uranium oxide is.
Yellow cake's really, isn't it? Quite. water there.
that way and the other way.
Coming.
You come this time.
Let the person behind you pass, and let the person behind you pass, and then we'll drive on merrily after without bothering anything.
Okay. Taste of the outback.
Okay, yacht club.
Like
We are heading north up the Udnadata track, or the start of it I suppose. We are just passing the entrance to the Birdsfield track, which we're not taking today, but there it is anyway. We went down to the Drovers Run Caravan Park to ask about a Desert Parks Pass, but it isn't necessary, so we're going to proceed straight on up the road. We'll go through Eyre in just a moment, and then head off to the Mullerina station for our camp for the next couple of days. Oh, some of them have gone. Quite a bunch of them have gone.
there's the yacht club on the right.
Just past the Lake Eyre Yacht Club. Who would have thought? The start of the Udnadata track. Coward Springs 130, we'll be up there in a couple of days. William Creek 204, a few more days later. Mullerina Station 54. Toilet was just here.
But we've still got to go over there.
So we found a fairly nice little spot here. The only trouble at the moment is, of course, that it is blowing an absolute gale. Gale's just making lunch, and while we've been sitting in here, it sort of blew up a bit nasty outside, so I don't know how much you can see through the window, but you can probably see from the colour of the sky it's not all that good a blue anymore. And the wind's rocking and howling the van. This is a windy outback sunset, if ever there was one. I think I'll go back to the comfort of the van. So here's another view of our camp on a slightly less windy day. Hopefully no repeat of yesterday afternoon's dust storm. And we're going to go for a little bit of a walk around and have a look at the water nearby and everything. It's far more picturesque. Leaving our Mullerina campground to go out to Level Post Bay, which is the part of Lake Eyre. 46 kilometres of not very good road. So we've let all the others go on ahead of us, and we'll just beetle along. And we brought a couple of flies with us as well.
There's still quite a long way to go.
Yeah, so if you travel at this speed, you go, shit, isn't the road bad?
Yeah.
Right? Everybody
Maybe we should just
picked
stop
up a
for
bit.
5 minutes.
Yeah, we will. We'll let them go.
Let them get ahead. We've just stopped on the track to let this slow car in front of us go a little bit further. If you go too slow, you feel every bump. You need to go a little bit faster. About just find the sweet spot, don't you know?
Just find the sweet spot, exactly. But I'll wager he hasn't got his tyres let down.
Yeah, I bet you. Which is pretty silly. Out here, you need to let them down. Yeah, otherwise you can.
Well, you bugger up two things. You bugger up your vehicle because you're subjecting it to excessive vibration.
Yeah.
And then two, you're also buggering up the track.
Yeah.
You're pounding it with harder tyres than you need to. Mind you, all the rattles have stopped at this speed.
They have.
It'll take us 2 hours to do the last 10k. But all right.
Everything rattles.
Yeah.
Everything
let's give
rattles.
ourselves a go.
Okay, and then we'll catch up to them and then do a little drive. Slow driving. You said rattle, rattle. Oh, it's not rattling at the moment. Whatever I heard before. Oh, that's vibration.
That's down here.
Oh, you think it's that?
Yeah. I don't see the point of crawling over this. This is good as well.
Just be careful, you don't know how far ahead. Get over the rise and find him right. Oh no, he's gone off a little.
Oh, maybe it'll say.
Eh?
Maybe it'll say. What's that say? All vehicles must remain on road. So somebody's made a road.
Go here. Go and park.
I'll go up again.
Oh, I didn't bring my fly nets in the car, in the
Ah, well, never mind.
caravan.
Oh, go right up there.
Yeah.
Here we are at the car park for Level Post Bay at Lake Eyre. Quite windy as has been the prevailing weather over the last couple of days, and we'll take the walk up over this dune and have a look at Lake Eyre. The information centre for Lake Eyre Cutitunda. Don't know how the mic's faring in the wind. We'll pan across, and here is Lake Eyre as it is today. This plaque commemorates the place where Sir Donald Campbell broke the world land speed record in Bluebird. So as the other folks have told me one of the advantages of taking a walk down onto the lake is that you can be out of the wind. So I'll just do that and go down and get a nice view. A little bit disappointed to see the colour of the lake because of all of the recent wind. It's got a lot of sand and dust blown across it. Previously, when we were here, it was just white salt crust as far as the eye could see. Don't know whether you can hear this, but because of the salt crust, it's quite crunchy underfoot. I think the wind may be stopping hearing that though. Made it. The moment we slow to their speed,
Yeah, I know, we're going like, oh my god.
vibrating like crazy. Passing, going too fast.
Oh god. The teeth would be chattering if they've got that up like way.
See, look at us vibrating.
I don't know. Oh my god.